Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the PennyWize application development. Uh, today we'll continue with our efforts towards getting the check-in done for our application. So, let's go to the application. I do see there is one change, and I want to get a output clear so that I can sync that change. Let's do that. We can close the application. We'll try that again. Maybe I can do is I can restart the application again, and let's see if that helps us or not. So let's go back to the application. We resolve the issue with the Google Drive. So now I think we should be there. We are looking at Git sources at the moment. So here we have one changes. So let's sync that. Let's see if that syncs up. We're trying to fetch the head. Let's give it some time to load. I do see an error message. So what we'll do is open git log, show command output, and this one is git push. So this exits GitHub file size limit, larger files detected. So yeah, I think this is something we can send across. So we can send across to GitHub. Let's see what GitHub or Go ChatGPT has to say about it. Is there something we can break down, or we can? The last time when we were checking was this one. Let's see what we had. I think last time we had some other issue with PennyWize. Yeah, region, because the one whatever lives in your repository, removing node modules from the working tree isn't enough. You must rewrite history to purge it. So mm, so this basically says we have option one is the fastest to reset history once. Number two is preserve history, rewrite it cleanly. And then we have use. Okay, let's do the fastest approach first. Option one, we would want to. Okay, so what we will do is we'll do a cat git ignore, and we will have this file. Okay, so let's have it pasted on the system. Let's go to the terminal and let's do this. Control V, and as a single line, let's send it across. That we were able to add to the git ignore. Okay, that makes sense. Next, blow away history, keep the files. So what we'll do is we'll again blow away the history and keep the files. Here we have that. Enter. and we have the files. Now git add all, and then we commit it with a message. So let's try that one out. Commit that with the message history, remove node modules from history, fresh start, and we were able to publish to the branch. And then later on we need to do git push origin main, so that way we will be able to get the latest changes across. So that is around 4097. Okay, that did go ahead. So I think these changes are there. So now let's look at the you're done. If past perception blocks force push on main, push the new branch, push to a new branch and make it default in GitHub settings. So let's see where we are with this commits. So right now September 19 we have a fresh start and committed now. And what is this cross? This is saying all checks have failed, Vercel deployment has failed. So let me close this. I think this is affecting Vercel. So let's see what is the error over here. Composite project may not disable declaration emit. Okay, so I think this is a Vercel error that we are seeing. Let's have that. So I think regarding git we should be okay for now. We did lose our history, but I think we can continue with that. We have a published branch, right? So we publish the branch and we have it. So let's refresh on our code. We have the code, we have commits, we have one commit mentioned here. Let's refresh. It didn't work 1 minute ago. It didn't work on Vercel because we have a build error on Vercel. Let's try deploying again. So deployment, we go back, redeploy. Let's redeploy production and we do a redeploy, and then it's going to redeploy now. So we'll wait for that deployment to happen. There's one warning. I think we are okay with that warning. Oh, we got an error message. So let's copy the log. Okay, so now we will go back to ChatGPT and we will ask for recommendation for the build error. And yeah, ChatGPT would understand what's happening there. In the meantime, we'll go to the deployments. We want to see the deployments. Yes, this is the deployment, 12 seconds. It's failing. So 17, yeah, again we have an error here. So ChatGPT will wait for GPT to come up with an answer on that. So missing dependency, React hook form, TS config node has composite true but disables transaction. Add the missing dependency. So we need to add the React hook form npm I required. We need to add this dependency. Let's see. So this is add the missing dependency. So we need to add it in our code. So let's go to the terminal. We have the npm I react hook form, 0 vulnerabilities, and it got enabled. And then if you import hook form resolver zod, so we need to have that dependency installed as well. So let's have that one as well. 0 vulnerabilities, so those two are added. Then it's a commit the log file change. So git add package JSON, and then this one, and then we add react. We added a comment of fix. So this one is going to be for the git. So we paste it here, two changes, and that sync got complete. So we sync it. That goes into the system. When we look into the GitHub, we should be able to see another commit. Yeah, this is the commit in progress. In the meantime, we also had another point number 2, fix the TS composite error, choose one path. Option A, keep project references, TSCB. Turn on declaration emit in each referenced TS config. So over here must be true, declaration is equal to true for the TS config, and node over here must be true. So option B, simplify, no project refs. So in the package JSON, change the build script, and in root references array, then retry or deploy. Okay, so right now let's try option A first. Option A, we want to keep project references, turn on declaration emit in each reference TS config. So we go to tsconfig.app.json over here, and over here tsconfig.app.json. Within this we set under no emit is equal to false, we set declaration is equal to true. So no emit is equal to false, we set declaration is equal to true. Oh, it is already set to true, so must be true for composite projects. Okay, and then tsconfig node.json, let's go there, and over here declaration should be true. So your declaration is false, I will set up it true. This has been changed to true. tsconfig here declaration is true. Okay, so we'll have this change committed, declaration is equal to true in tsconfig node.json. Okay, and then we are going to sync, commit and sync. This is also synced, and leaving your root tsconfig.json as we said earlier, include types, source, email, white, jsx lib, skip lib check, etc. So this should kind of fix the build issue that we are seeing. So it's building right now. Let's wait for 40 seconds as per the last build that we had. So now we have latest commits added here associated with this let me refresh. Yeah, we had declaration is equal to true. Okay, and then we had to run this 42 seconds. This should run. Let me refresh, it's more than 40 seconds. Oh, so 48 seconds it took, and it was able to build. So now we can look at PennyWize. We can look at the, let's run the emails. So new version, so let's refresh this. Also in the weekly digest, only my accounts are true, so I would just I would run this right away. So let's go to the Vercel cron jobs, and let's run the cron jobs, this run, and let's view the logs and live view. It should be sent, or if we see an error we can investigate more on it. Oh, we see an error here. So let's see what the error is talking about. It's more about PDF kit. So let's see what do we have regarding PDF. Okay, so let's go back to ChatGPT and let's see what this PDF kit issue is about. definitely some compiling issue happening there. So that the error means Vercel is executing your node serverless function as common JS, but your files uses ESM import syntax. Fix it by making the function run as ESM on Vercel or by switching the file to CJS. Pick one, make the function ESM cleanest. So yes, I agree. We can do either of them in the package.json inside your add a package.json inside your API folder. So let's copy this, and within our API folder, let's add a package.json. This is our package.json in the API folder, not in the emails folder. Then this is api.package.json and type module. So we can paste this and have this. So we can remove this. The comments are not permitted. So let's remove this and keep it that way. Now optional but good, pin node runtime so pdfkit works. So in this vercel.json, let's do this runtime node.js 20.x. Let's see in vercel.json, let's go there. Vercel.json, in the cron job we need to add functions. We have a cron, want to add functions, and then here within this we have, let's copy this functions, and then we would have this. So this is going to be rewrites cron let's see what my vercel.json is. My vercel.json is please update it. Let's update that here. Option 2 was more about keep the function CJ is not ECM, no ESM needed. So here we are changing in the senddigest.js becomes common digest. So refining function combination configuration. Okay, so let's wait for this. I'm going to copy code. Yeah, API function, node runtime for the lambdas, and a clean SPA fallback. Note if your handlers are JS instead of TS, duplicate the entries to JS and switch to specific keys. To use import in your API keys, you can add a JSON package with type module. The SPA rewrite to index.html won't affect API functionality, still resolve normally. So we can update our vercel.json accordingly. So now if we look at the changes, we do see vercel.json updated here, and then we have package.json file added. So let's see, made application made application EPESM, and let's commit and sync. So now this should help us build the application and run the email. So we'll wait for the deployment to finish. We have an error in the commit. So build. So what error are we seeing in the build? This one goes to ChatGPT. Let's see what it has to say. I think these changes, some of the changes were not necessary. So doesn't allow regions inside functions. So we are going to change it to this one. So again we go to versal.json, and now we go to the changes. Regions were removed, so we are removed regions from versal.json, and then we come sync and commit this one, and then we run, let the deployment happen. There is another error, removed JSON. Yeah, there is another error here. This one is more about the build, so we'll see about this. This again we'll look to ChatGPT or this, and we'll see that the function runtimes must have valid version. So PHP 1.0.0. ChatGPT has said this one. The error comes from functions block in Versal. The CLI is interpreting it as a legacy runtime schema, which is now PHP 1. Easiest fix, remove the function section and set the runtime per function in code. Number one, use this. So this simplifies Versal.json, valid Versal.json, and then keeping the SPA rewrite in HTML still routes to the function. Set node 20 on each function. So let's let's keep the versal.json simple, and then we will go back to, we are back to the that step, and at top of each API file we have to have this export config and the rest of your handler. So within send digest.tsx we need to have this one, and then import, we are going to do the import, and then within the send monthly report also we are going to have the import. So these three changes are done, and then keep ESM for imports. When you're using import module in API, we have got package.json, so we'll continue to use that, and it will have the imp type module. ESM is cleaner. Let's see, commit and deploy again. So yeah, let's do this one. Reverted versal.json and added ESM logic on handlers. So let's do that, commit and sync. That we were able to send. Now let's look at the deployments. Let's go back to the application deployments. 14, yeah, I think this is the reverted might work in this case. Let's see. So this one helps in the revert. That one also failed, so let's refresh this. What is the error we are seeing? So this one is talking about certain issues we are facing. So let's see what that has to do. It has to do with edge functions. So we need to update that React email shim, and so we have the types. Within types we have email, React email compat d.ts. So within types, so within source we have types compat d.cs. we need to write a more permissive version, adds preview and avoids future missing exports. So this one becomes this one, and here any, we have an issue with the any. Let's fix that one. It's regarding TypeScript compiler, so we have the unknown added here. Number 2, so it's in number 1, update that. Fix the per function runtime config. Change the top of the API files to use runtime node.js. Each API files, no version suffix. If you want node 20, set it to in package.json engines. So in senddigest.tsx, let's send digest.tsx. What we need to do is we need to change the runtime, this runtime, to, so in node send digest tsx, we need to change the runtime to this one, the node.js. And also I think we need to do the same thing on send to monthly. In this also, this runtime goes to node.js. And then over here, package.json root. So we have a package.json root. So in this one, engines node 20.x. So here dependencies are there. So we optionally pin node for the project. So in package.json, we have engines, and within engines we have, so here we have scripts. We have this, so we have added that. Keep ESM for the API functions. So in package.json type module is there. Commit and redeploy. Let's commit and redeploy this. So we are going to see this one. Let's use this in our terminal and let's commit this changes. So let's add the fix, copy this, have it in our code, commit and sync. So this one has gone, and let's redeploy now. So now we have the commit changes. We should be redeployed now. I think if this fails, then we'll pause here and we'll continue with our deployment and to see what errors we are seeing. It fails. So guys, let's stop here for now and we'll continue with this fixing for investigation in the next video. For now, we are happy to see that the git commit issue has been resolved, and we are now moving on to the React email component changes. So that's pretty good. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please continue watching, subscribe, like, as well as visit the website and be a member over there as well. Thank you so much for your time.